Yeah, you cold?
Freezing in. Where is it?
This room has hopefully some keys. How you feel?
What was
Better
the best
than
part
ever.
about it?
Huh?
What was the best part about the trip?
The best part about the trip was seeing new places, you know? The scenery.
And what was the best thing that you saw?
Patagonia.
Wow.
Yeah.
Any particular place?
Yeah, the Chile. Well, we went to Chile and Patagonia.
Uh-huh.
It's called Torres del Paine. That's the most iconic.
I
You see, they call the horns. You see the mountains of the horns, like 4 or 5. They look fake. That's how good they look.
Really?
They look like they are being like man-made,
Huh.
because they are different than the surrounding. It's just that they're made with volcanic rock, but it's like brownish. I don't know. It has a lot of different colors, and then the water there is like what's it called? Like the gym color, teal, like very light blue and gray. I'm like, holy moly. It's like you couldn't believe it. You couldn't believe it. And you gotta walk under 5 hours to get there. 4.5 hours.
Walking?
In walking, hiking.
Then you had to come back for the 4.5 hours.
It's like 9 hours.
Let's see.
Like you enjoy, you're not pushing it, you know, you're 4.5 hours if you're like enjoying taking videos and
Okay.
having a good time.
I'm gonna see if you change that.
Yes, and well, there are different routes that you can take. So that's the one that you see you see it the best. But we took one that it took 45 minutes to get to another side of it, and it's still beautiful, not as close, but it's 45 minutes. But so we stayed there for 5 days.
How was the hotel?
Well, we sleep in a hotel just one night. The first night, one of the most beautiful hotel I've ever seen in my life. It was beautiful, full glass, almost all glass and wood. So you can, wherever you look, you're seeing the mountains. It felt like the Swiss Alps.
Like close to the scenery.
Feels like you're in Switzerland. It's very strange, very bright. The brightness of the day and like this, right now, for example, this 10 o'clock is very bright, and it gets dark at 11.
Really?
Yes, it gets dark, almost like full dark. We'll say like almost 12 o'clock a.m. It's bananas. So you get a hard time during the sleep because then if the sun comes out at 4,
I see.
it's very short. The very short nights and very long
I
days.
see.
Very strange. And then I can imagine in the winter it's the opposite. Because it goes too dark like 3 o'clock.
That's true.
Yeah. I would say 3 o'clock. Yeah, we were south, but we were not all the way, you know? But we were. So, yeah, so first we stayed 2 days in Santiago, and I met my new brother, and then, some of my friends. Then we went to Puerto Montt to see my cousin Mario. He made very good food for us. He made some traditional seafood and fish. I don't know, it was amazing. It's called pulmay. We make it in a pot. Very nice. After that, we went to Puerto Natales. That is where we go to Patagonia. Beautiful town, very exotic. And then to go to Torres del Paine, you have to drive, and a lot of the drive is dirt. You're like,
Full of
dirt.
Huh?
Huh? Yeah. well, the car is a rental. You go there. And there's some crazy hotels there. And like how they bring food here. You know what I mean? Like how they do it. Everything is so expensive. Well, it is an airport that brings a lot of
Because
stuff.
they can't grow stuff there?
Mostly the environment is called tundra. Tundra is like the desert, but on the cold. You know?
Right.
So it's a lot of the plants are like very similar of what you can see on desert. A lot of spiky plant, a lot of bushes. They have some berries on it called calafate, and they make calafate jelly, calafate everything. And the calafate looks like a blueberry. And it has because the plant with more antioxidants. Yes, crazy antioxidants. So they do calafate everything. Calafate sour, calafate jelly. But yeah, like the hotels are expensive. Well, the food is expensive. Eating out is expensive. Like it's an expensive way of living there.
Well, everything has to be brought in.
Correct. It's not a kumbaya being. So let's do another set. So we stay there, we have fun, we climb. I got sick, I got very sick. So when I climbed the Patagonia, the Torres del Paine, I was already sick. You know, I was like having like flu symptoms. Felt like shit, a little feverish. But you know, I climbed it anyway, because that's why we were there. But that one, you know, took a toll on me. Like 9 hour hiking, being sick was not good. So on day 3 of being sick, I got my stomach very bad, and then I got very dehydrated, and I have to go to the hospital.
Oh no.
I know. I'm glad I went to the hospital to get an IV. I'm like, I said, Daniel, I need to go to the hospital. I'm very bad. I'm like very dehydrated. 10 out of 10. So to the hospital, put an IV on me, and after that, I felt great. Yeah, after that, I felt like a brand new guy. The best part is the hospital wasn't expensive.
Well, it's nice to experience their medical services.
I went to emergency room. Well, for the building was great. The inside was kind of looks poor, you know, but it's only $50. Never $50 for the emergency room. That's no bad.
I guess.
As a steal.
Do people live there?
In Puerto Natales, yes. So this Puerto Natales, the major city, is small, but you have people there living mostly tourism. Then you have to drive 90 minutes to get to the Torres del Paine area, to the park. And close to the park, you have hotels that are expensive as hell, and then you have other places like where we stay. Still, for what you get is expensive. It's like, I don't know, imagine $350, $400 a day for a freaking trailer. You know what I mean? Like, but it's nothing else you can do. It's that or you pay or pay. The place had electricity from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. They use solar, but also they use gas. So when the sun goes down, they use gas. Well heated, everything was well heated. Like everything good heat, no problem with heat. That was good. Because even though right now summer there, when you are that far down, it's not really summer, you know? It's like here right now.
Do they have any natural water sources? Like, do they have waterfalls and ponds and stuff?
Well, it's a lot of mountains, there's a lot of snow. We didn't get it through snow. The snow right now is melting and is more into just the top of the mountains. They do have a lot of lakes, and the ocean also comes in and it goes around, kind of crazy. But everything looks like, it looks like it should be warm, the water, but the water is 48 degrees. But it looks tropical, you know what I mean? It looks this very light blue gray you feel like, oh, this must be nice. No, not really. We hypothermia. Because all the water, there are glaciers. So we went to a boat. We took a boat. We took a boat ride. And take it to the glaciers. Very nice, beautiful glaciers. That took like 45 minutes. But it was very nice. We're gonna press this up.
Iceland has waterfalls and they're volcanic outcroppings too. Don't they have waterfalls?
It has waterfalls. It was not. You see, I don't think I see any volcano. Not on that area. On the south, when my cousin lives, it was a city called Puerto Varas. Beautiful. The city of roses, full of roses everywhere. The city has a lake called Lake Yanquihue. And then here on the lake is volcano, I think it's Pehue. And here is Volcano Osorno. So you have two beautiful volcanoes. The Osorno looks amazing. Because it has snow on the top and it's very well formed. So you know, it's the lake is very windy, a lot of wind. Very windy, but beautiful, and a lot of pastry, sweets every freaking where. Because of the Germans, all the houses are like colors like German villages, like very bright.
How the Germans get all the way down there?
They convinced them by low taxes. This happens in the 1900s. Early 1900s, they convinced the Germans and the Swedish and some of them to go there and establish there. That area needed population. So yeah, so many kuchens and pastry everywhere. And my wife was impressed. Like, why so much pastry? These guys don't eat normal food. I'm like, yeah, but they just don't do pastry. They eat it every day.
The Germans are very good at pastry.
So what do you mean? All this pastry everywhere is
They
pastry,
love
pastry.
German pastries.
But you know what? Every restaurant feels warm. You feel like it feels great. Feel at home. That you're eating at home. I don't know. It's very strange. I think it's the mood and the environment. Ooh, when we went in Puerto Montt, we went to a national park called Alerce. Alerce is a tree, and we saw a tree that it was 3,500 years old.
Really?
3,500 years old.
Pretty old.
It's called Arrayan. That's the kind of tree. An Arrayan can live up to 4,500 years old. So this guy is on his 60s almost. He's being 3,500. It's not a big tree, and it's not a white tree. It's just a white tree. But if you think about a 3,500-year-old tree, I was thinking something bigger. The champion grows like an inch or inch and a half a year. He said, doesn't grow shit. He said, you see that one? He said, right there was another tree. It was possibly 6 feet. He said, that tree 6 feet is possibly 20 years, 25 years old. To get 6 feet. So it's like very slow. That's why they live up to
Well, what
3,000.
was the 3,500-year-old tree?
It was not too tall. It was tall, but for that age, I thought it was something massive. But it's beautiful, and you can.
They stopped growing at some point?
I think when it's close to die, that is, it's just incredible. I'm like, holy. So I touch it. I'm like, this tree has seen so much, you know what I mean? This tree is seeing everything. This tree is seeing everything. I'm gonna do some chicken wings. Chicken wings. Yeah, that was very impressive. And then, so for Patagonia, then we went down to Puerto Varas, to the city that we like. So we went in Puerto Varas twice. And after that, we took a bus. From Puerto Varas to Bariloche, Argentina. And that was 6 hour, almost 7 hours in a bus. Very nice, comfortable bus. The most comfortable,
Really?
it's the, was the most comfortable ride I ever had.
Nice thing. We'll see.
Going all the way. Oh yeah, you're going through and it's like, you know, trees and lakes and I'm like looking on the window. Very nice. And Bariloche in Argentina is 10 out of 10. It's a lot of lakes. The water looks incredible. The mountains are incredible. The Andes there, bananas. It's huge. And there's no tundra anymore. It's called Pampa. So the Pampa there is, you see more vegetation. You see more stuff. It's still kind of dry. So it's like a mix. But the lakes are just some squats. The lakes are, and we got on the lake. The water in the lake was so good, cold, nice. The restaurants were nice, mostly close to the lake. Oh my goodness.
Other people were differently.
Yeah, so far we got good people. And you know, I speak Spanish, so I was like,
That helps.
that helps a lot. So yeah, I'm very friendly, we were talking, very curious people. The Airbnb on Bariloche was amazing. It was a house made by the owner, all wood, also amazing, very comfortable. We did some hiking there as well, got on the water. No, it was wonderful. And then to Buenos Aires.
Oh.
Then we went to Buenos Aires. Yeah.
Is that fun?
Buenos Aires, we went in the district of Palermo, it's the best district. Buenos Aires, beautiful, but it looks run down.
Oh, really?
Looks like, you know, like it needs some help. You know what I mean? It looks like it needs some dinero, but it's the architect. There are statues everywhere. It's crazy amount. They have a crazy amount of art. Every park has a lot of statues and a lot of art.
Yeah, on horses.
It's just in rock and metal. It's just no. Feels like Europe. Feels like France. It feels like France. There's a lot of French. My wife is like, she's all French. This was all like it was a lot of French here. And all the museums and everything are free. Free, but they are look run down. Like they should be, you know. I prefer to pay a few bucks and give me a nicer experience. So that was free. A week before we went there, was a huge storm and it knocks down a lot of trees. It's one of the worst storms in recent years. So a lot of the parks, it was a botanical park that looks amazing, that it was closed. It was a Japanese botanical garden, closed.
Oh, that's too bad.
Very bad, because I was really looking forward to that Japanese botanical place. Closed. But, you know, I'm not a big fan of city, but I think Buenos Aires, at least the Palermo area, is a nice area, very nice area. A lot of restaurants. It is a restaurant called Don Julio that you need reservations 2 months ahead.
Really?
Yeah. And it's amazing. We were staying right there by the restaurant Don Julio. All day lines, 24/7. Lines to get there. 2 months ahead. So I should have booked this 2 months ahead to get a seat there. We went to another one where we just walked by accident. Daniel went inside. I went inside and I said, no, you can't go inside. I said, what? Just by reservation. No reservations. Can you put me on? I said, yes. Seat us at the bar. Like, sit at the bar. The restaurant, very small. Also, you see no more than 50 people. Okay? But they were making steaks right in front of me.
We love that.
My steak was this big, and this big. Amazing,
Isn't that good?
amazing.
As I recall, Argentine beef is very good.
Oh, it's, I don't know, it's very soft. Huh?
Did Danielle have a stroke watching you eat it?
No, it's just, I don't know, I can eat
What did she eat, poor thing?
that. On that restaurant, she could eat anything. It was very gourmet, very gourmet. Everything was amazing, but for me, steaks and gourmet.
No chicken?
No chicken, no chicken,
So did you eat
just steaks.
vegetables?
No. Everything was gourmet. And they were not doing like a, you know, you want a fancy restaurant, they're not gonna give you a lettuce, tomato, you know, just put stuff on it, you know, they.
She wouldn't try?
No, she wouldn't try.
Oh,
She wouldn't even blink.
That is so sad. She misses out so much.
That's what I mean. Do another set of squat and then we move on. Yeah, she doesn't eat, so then after that, we went to a pizza place. We went to a pizza place so she could
Is
eat.
it pizza?
She eat pizza, but pizza, she eat plain pizza, but the pizza she eats is no sauce, just cheese, and if they have pepperoni, that's it. And if they have pepperoni, they do nothing, just cheese. Very plain, very flat, no flavors. But before the big steak, they serve me a steak that, like a little piece, this much. This much.
Okay.
Just that was, for them was expensive, for us was cheap, was like $12. Amazing. The best steak I ever had. Yeah, like better than Ruth Chris. The little appetizer steak or envy or something. That's like a funny name, like envy. Like, shh.
Well, I'm glad you had a good time.
That was good. That was good. Oh, that was good. We were right there in the city, Palermo. We were right in the middle. So we could walk everywhere. So we're walking around. We're walking.
Good.
Yeah. No rain, great weather, not too hot, but it was getting hot. I can imagine in February, January, February, Buenos Aires is not bueno. It's very humid. But overall, I like Buenos Aires. What can I say?
Oh, were you there?
No, not big cities. No. So I took 40 bucks to this was kind of funny. On restaurants, a lot of them, you can pay with a credit card, but they don't take tips with a credit card. You gotta pay cash the credit card with the tips. That was annoying as hell. Very, very weird and very annoying. So I ran out of cash, because I have some cash. And then we went to a store, she bought something very nice, and they exchanged her dollars. Because also in Argentina, you can exchange dollars in an exchange house, but also you exchange dollars on the street.
Is that safe?
It is safe, mostly yes, I would say it's safe. But the downside is the exchange house, imagine is 400 pesos is $1. On the street is 800 pesos to $1. It's better on the street. Okay? So they have two currency, in one point they have three different currencies. Like very fucking weird. But it took 40 bucks and they gave me for 40 bucks this much bills. Never seen that many bills in my life for just $40. It was the biggest money. The biggest bill they have is $2,000. Alright? So $40, if you multiply 40, imagine 40 by 800 is,
3,200.
yeah. Even more, well, it was 40 bucks. It was 2,000. They give me 32,000. They give me so many of those between they give me they didn't have as many of the $2,000, what they were having was a bunch of the 500. So they give me this much of the $500 bills. Could have put it in my wallet.
Well, no, you didn't.
No.
Put it
So
in your
people
pocket.
when people were going with like 200, 300 bucks, with bags, with book bags, they put money on book bags, like you're stealing the bank. Ridiculous. Couldn't believe it. We're gonna go here. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, what's happening? And my cousin told me, said, like, man, if you take out the $100 bill, you better bring it back. You really have to take. You have to bring a bag.
Seems sort of silly.
Huh?
It's a silly currency system.
No, it's not silly.
No?
No, this is what's happening. Step forward. On the year, imagine the year 2000, 2005. They made 1 peso, $1. Yeah? All right. And what's been happening through these years is in Argentina, the treasury and the government are not separate. That means if the government feels like we need to print more money so we can, give more money to the people, they print more money. But if you print something and that you can back up the money, then the money lose value, no?
Right.
Okay, so it was 1-to-1, and now it was 900-to-1. So it lost 900 times the value in 20 years. That's the point. So when it was 1-to-1, having bills of 100, 200, 300, it was just like having a $100 bill. But through the years, no bueno. And the inflation right now is very bad. Like prices change daily. Daily. So the new president is trying to stop it. They're having a huge problem with inflation, and just because by the elections, the guy who wanted to be president printed so much money. Printed so much money. He was giving pesos like this, but then they flooded the market with pesos. Fucking no value, zero value of freaking peso is like peso. So what happened in Argentina is when people get paid, the first they do is take those forgotten pesos and turn it into dollars. Because the dollars will stay on, yeah. So what happened is the $100 bills, you have a bunch of 100 in good condition, they look at the bills like they're looking diamonds. And if it's a good quality bill, it gives you more money. So for example, the $100 bills, they were giving you 900 pesos. For the $20 bill, they were giving you 800 pesos. And the reason is this, because I told them, what is this? He said, well, the $100 bills is what people use as their bacon, to put it like in their savings.
Oh.
So they're harder to obtain, they're more collectible. So, imagine. I couldn't believe it. I'm gonna do one more
It
set
does seem a little strange.
of crunches.
It's very complicated to live there.
Oh, you can imagine. But they get used to it.
I guess, you get used to anything.
Well, now the president is gonna make some changes, hopefully for good, but he's going crazy. Now we're gonna do crunches. Keep it together, a little closer to each other. Yep. One. So yeah, it's very annoying. And very poor people make no money. Excellent. We have 2 more months of gold and the church nice, no? Awesome. Okay, wait for this spring. US, good Phyllis.
I have little flower blooming in my garden.
You got flowers?
One little flower.
Camellia?
I didn't know, but people flocks.
No.
Because it hasn't been, oh, it's been unpleasantly cold for me, it hasn't been unpleasantly cold for the plants.
Yeah, yeah.
That rose tree out in your front yard is gorgeous.
What rose
Got a big tree, yeah, it's not a big tree, it's a smaller tree. It's right up, it's out towards the corner of your property by the driveway.
Camellia?
Is that convenient?
All the stuff that flowering are
Oh,
camellias.
it's gorgeous.
Have a pink camellia, white camellia, and red, like a reddish camellia. Oh, the bananas.
Oh, it's beautiful.
A lot of them, and they like crazy. That's why the camellias are good because they give you something to look at least on the winter.
Right,
A good one.
I have